So guys, it's been a couple of days since I've done my test and something came in the post today. It's now the 4th, I believe. So it's been 4 days. 4 days, right? 4 days. And oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? Why has we not got a focus? Anyway, my license has turned up. It's not focusing. It's just not playing ball. So my license has turned up. It's been 4 days. Bear in mind, when I first sent it off, it took 15 weeks to come back. 15 weeks. DVLA, you should be ashamed of yourselves. 15 weeks. Anyway, not getting into that. The reason for the video today is I just wanted to do a little bit of a talk of how I handled the test and the sort of things I did whilst I was on my test, just to give you a little bit of a heads up. I mean, it would have been nice if I would have been able to sit there and watch a video on someone saying, yeah, do this on your test and do this on your test. This is how I passed my test. It would have been nice, but unfortunately I never got any kind of information like that. So here goes. Fasten your seatbelts. No, I'm just kidding. Right, here goes. So the first one, your mirrors. Use your mirrors all the time. Use them all the time. Yeah. If you're going around the left-hand bend, make sure that you're checking not only your left-hand mirror for where your trailer's going, to make sure it's not going to sit there and hit a curb, but check your right mirror for your header board. Your header board's not going to go out too wide. Same on the opposite side. Yeah. If you're going around the right-hander, check your right-hand mirror to make sure that you know your trailer's going to clear. It's not going to go over the white line and take people out. But also check your header board. Make sure that you're not going to take out no street furniture, no fence, railings. No, you're not going to hit nobody that's stood on the side of the curb. Nothing like that. Mirrors again. If you're passing a pedestrian, as you're going past pedestrians, if they're on the curb, the pedestrians, whether they're walking a dog, whether they're just walking, whether they're walking with the kids, whatever, as you're passing them, check your mirrors, make sure that your trailer's cleared them. As you're going past the pedestrian, make sure your speed's correct. What else? As high-sided vehicles are coming towards you, check your right-hand mirror. Yeah, your offside mirror. Make sure that you've cleared and make sure you've not gone down a pothole and your trailer's took half of their trailer out or took half of their cab out. Make sure that you're watching it. What else? Yeah, say you've stopped at a set of traffic lights. Check your mirrors before you set off. Also check your blind spot before you set off. Make sure you're on top of that. Yeah, make sure that you check your proximity mirror on your top left to make sure no one's in front of your cab. Make sure that you're doing your all-round checks. What else? Don't forget to use your mirrors, because you touch the curb, right? You touch the curb, test is over, it's game over, you've mounted the curb. No, you can touch the curb, you can brush it, but if you mount the curb, test is finished, it's game over. So you have another proximity mirror which looks directly down the side of the cab on the left hand side. You can use that to gauge whereabouts your vehicle is in relation to the curb. You can also use the one at the front. Yeah, so just make sure that you're using those when you're being told to pull over. And do you stop and like move away? The stop and move away. My next point. When I did my first test, I was asked to do the pull over by the side of the road and then move off more than once. This threw me into a panic because I instantly thought, oh my God, I've fucked it up, so he's testing me again. No, that's not the case. You actually pull over by the side of the road 5 times in total. 5 times in total. Don't panic if they keep telling you to pull over. So in short, they will do a hill start. So they'll tell you to pull over at the bottom of a hill. You'll do the hill start. The second one, they'll ask you to pull over behind a car. And then the other two, they'll just be random places, making sure that you're not blocking junctions and making sure that you're not stopping in a dangerous manner. But you'll do that 5 times before you pull away. Yeah, make sure you Give yourself an all-round check. Don't sit there with your indicator on. Yeah, wait till there's only a couple of cars left and then bang your indicator on, do your final checks and then pull away. Yeah, your distancing. I try to stay about 5 foot from any parts vehicle, around 5 foot away. Sometimes you can't be that far away. Yeah, that's okay. You can get closer, not too close, but you can get closer within maybe 3 foot. Slow right down, maybe even 2 foot, but slow right down. Make sure that when you're close to them vehicles, your speed is reflected in how close you are, so that they know that you are aware of the dangers of being that close to a vehicle. Yeah, if you have to stop behind the car to let another vehicle go past you, it's okay. Sit there with your signal on. Soon as the vehicle's passed and it's safe for you to move out, check your blind spot, move out. Soon as you're in the position where you can clear the other car, cancel your indicator. Stopping at junctions and stuff. Yeah, check your mirrors before you move anywhere. Check your mirrors, check your blind spot, then move in a nice controlled way. On roundabouts, wait, be patient. It seems like you sat there forever. You're not. Yeah, it just seems like you sat there forever. Be patient. Wait until it's clear. It's better to wait till it's clear and get a minor for not progressing than it is to get a fail for making someone change direction or touch their brake. Yeah, so be patient. Just take it easy. Again, mirrors. If you're going round a roundabout, yeah, to your right, make sure that you check your right hand mirror to make sure that your trailer is not going to mount the curb. But also check your left hand mirror, because your board, you know, your board's going to move out a little bit. So keep your eye on that also. A tip for roundabouts is make sure that your wheel, your near side wheel, your left hand side wheel, is either close or just on the white line as you're traveling around the roundabouts. That way, yeah, on your lane, that way you know, or you should know, that your trailer will sit there and miss the roundabout. Yeah, so bear that in mind. What else? Keep your eye on the road signs. Yeah, make sure that you're keeping your eye on the road signs. They're not going to try and trip you up. They won't try and trip you up, or they shouldn't try and trip you up. But there will be signs with weight restrictions or height restrictions on. There will be signs, yeah, or there possibly will be signs. Depends what route they take you. But as an example, when I was on my my own navigation, like, if you like, I forget what they call it, like my free driving bit, where they tell me to just follow a sign, just, yeah, let's say for example, follow the signs to Bakewell. We didn't go to Bakewell, but for an example, follow the signs to Bakewell. At some point you'll come to a roundabout or a junction, and one of those turnings will probably be either a weight restriction or a height restriction, or there'll be some kind of restriction on there. Pay attention to it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be in your direction. Yeah, it may be off to the right, but just make sure that you don't take the wrong turn. If, however, your instructor does try and take you down a weight restriction, say to him, just make him alert that you have seen it. Like, say, you know, you do know that there's a weight restriction down this junction. Are you sure you want me to take this junction? If he says yes, I want you to take that junction, say, are we going to be sitting there and turning off before the weight restriction kicks in? Yeah, like for example, a bridge. Just make sure that he's aware that you know. Bus lanes, they can fail you if you do not use a bus lane when you can. So check the times on the bus lanes. Yeah, if you can use the bus lane and your test is around that time that you can use the bus lane, use it. Yeah, do use it. But if there's no time on it at all, remember the bus lane is in use all the time. You can't use it. Yeah, What else? Yeah, when you're on a motorway, some tips for the motorway driving. When you're on a motorway, if, let's say, for example, you join in the motorway, you're coming down a slip road, you've got the little dotted line, you've got your indicator on, you've checked your blind spot and you've pulled over, don't cancel your indicator straight away. Don't do that. Make sure that you're in the lane, including your trailer, before you cancel your signal. Your distances, your stopping distances, remember, if it's wet, it's your 4-second gap, yeah, which is 4 times the stopping distance, 4-second gap. If it's dry, you need a 2-second gap. Count them in your head as you're going along. Make sure that you don't do that. You don't have to rush on your test, but you still have to make progress. If you're not making progress all the time, you can get three minors for not making progress 3 times, which can then become a major. I think you're allowed to get 12 minors in total before it's classed as any more than 12 and it's classed as a fail. Always have both hands on the steering wheel. Always have both hands on the steering wheel. Don't do it so that you're dead blasé like you're the big I am and you're just one-handed everywhere. No, have both your hands on the steering wheel. There may be times when you might need to sit there, because cars will cut you up. Even though you're on your test, they don't know that you're on the test and they will cut you up. Yeah, they will cut in front of you, so you might have to brake. On your lessons, get used to keeping your distance from the cars, you know, your 5-foot thing. Make sure that you're using your mirrors regular. Just get into a habit of doing that. Program your mind to do that. It's different to driving a car. It's a longer vehicle. Make sure that you condition your brain to sit there and take into account that trailer. A good tip for getting the trailer round a corner. Let's say, for example, I'm going around a left-hander and it's tight but not too tight where you have to straddle the lane. Make sure that you go so far forwards and keep your eye on your left-hand mirror as you're going. And as soon as your back wheels of the trailer reach where it starts to turn, where the corner starts to turn, then bring it round and you should clear it. If there's anything else that, you know, anything that pops into your head and you think, you know, I want to ask this, feel free to ask it. Don't sit there and worry about things, yeah, because it does you no favours when you're sitting there and you're overthinking things. Don't panic about the test or the test routes. I did that and I would think I was a little bit stupid about that. A lot of people had told me if I go to Bredbury I'll fail. When I sat there and booked my second test, I booked it at Atherton. And it wasn't because so much, you know, I've been told that people failed there. It was just because I was going too fast. I could do the manoeuvres there, you know. It doesn't matter which manoeuvre it was. It doesn't matter whether it was doing McVitie's, which is like a really tight turn, you've got to straddle both the lanes. I could get round all the turns without a problem. I could plan the turns without a problem. My issue was I had this thing in my head saying, oh, people have said I'm going to fail, you know. And I had to get out of that mindset. But I believe that you can pass anywhere if you've got the right mindset. It doesn't matter where you are. If you can drive, you can drive. Like I went to Atherton. I didn't even know the roads in Atherton. We only covered 3 possible test routes. I went on roads I'd never been on before, passed the test. You understand? It's more psychological than anything else. You've got to show that you're competent and confident when you're driving, and you're not going to make any serious mistakes that's going to endanger anyone else. They just want to make sure that you are safe. Yeah, but that's all they want to do. Make sure that you are safe on the road. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit now. If there's anything else that you want to know, or I might be able to help you with, don't forget to leave a comment. Yeah, and I'll try and get back to you. I might be busy, but I will try. I do try and answer every single message.